Hello everybody and welcome back. Today we'll be going over another one of my random kind of casual 60 card decks. The theme of this one is, well, the learn mechanic from Strixhaven. As you might be able to tell from all the cards, it's just literally being from Strixhaven, which those unfamiliar with what the learn mechanic is, it'll just use, one of the overgrown arcs as an example here. As you see down here, learn is you may reveal a lesson card you own from outside of the game and put into your hand, or discard a card and draw a card. Which is why this is the only one of my 60 card decks that actually has a sideboard. Most other times I don't really deal with that because I don't really have too many cards that really... Well, I don't really... Since I casually play, we normally aren't really, sitting down for 3 matches, and you really need the effect of like a sideboard. Okay, well, anyways, that being said, let me just kind of start going over what we have here. First off, we have, as I had read off from, an overgrown arch, which is a 0/4 with defender. Tap, you gain 1 life, or pay 2 and sacrifice overgrown arch to learn. Running a full play set of those in here. Next up, we have ourselves a playset of Professor of Symbology, which is a 2/1. When Professor of Symbology enters the battlefield, learn. Real simple setup there. After that, we have ourselves the Retriever Phoenix. It is a 2/2 flying haste. When Retriever Phoenix enters the battlefield, if you cast it, learn. As long as Retriever Phoenix is in your graveyard, if you would learn, you may instead reveal Retriever Phoenix. You may instead return Retriever Phoenix to the battlefield. So yeah, just a nice little place out of those in there. Next up, we have only 3 copies of our little Witch Eye here. So 1/1 flying. When it dies, learn. Then we have ourselves 3 copies of Needlethorn Drake. Nothing really too special about it. And 1/1 flying Death Touch. So he is one of the few cards in here that doesn't actually have a learn mechanic. Actually, I think the only ones in the main deck that don't have a learn mechanic. Then lastly, for the creatures, we have the Gnarled Professor. It is a 5/4 trample. When Gnarled Professor enters the battlefield, learn. I'm just running 2 copies of that. Going down to our spells here, we have ourselves 4 copies of Academic Dispute. Target creature blocks this turn if able. You may have it gain reach until end of turn. And learn. After that, we go on to our Cram Session. You gain 4 life and learn. 4 copies of that. Next up are 4 copies of Sparring Regimen. When Sparring Regimen enters the battlefield, learn. Whenever you attack, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature and untap it. Keep forgetting I need to make things stay over faces on this playmat, because otherwise the camera starts autofocusing all over the place. Next up, we have a playset of Divide by 0, which does return target spell or permanent with mana value 1 or greater from its owner to its owner's hand, and learn. It's essentially just a little bounce spell. Good thing I got all the faces covered now. 2 copies of Poet's Quill. There we go. Poet's Quill. When Poet's Quill enters the battlefield, learn. And artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +1/+1 and has lifelink. Equip cost of 1 and a black. So 2 copies of that in here. And then 2 copies of Ignatius Inspiration. Ignatius Inspiration deals 3 damage to any target and learn. Down to the basic lands, which will cover the sideboard after the lands. We have 3 mountains, 3 swamps, 3 plains, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 forests. The snow-covered forest isn't really relevant, just it was foil and I liked how it looked. And 3 islands. Moving on to the sideboard. Really not used to saying that. We have a playset of environmental science, which when you search, allows you to search your library for a basic land, reveal it and put it in your hand, then shuffle, you gain 2 life. Then we also have 4 copies of Expanded Autonomy. Put 2 +1/+1 counters on target creature. It gains vigilance until end of turn. Then 4 copies of Mascot Inquisition. Oh, Expedition, my bad. Which allows you to create a 2/1 white and black Inkling creature token with flying, a 3/2 red and white Spirit creature token, and a 4/4 blue and red Elemental creature token. 4 copies of that in there. And then finishing off with 3 copies of Introduction to Prosecutor, which subscribe to, then draw a card. And with that, kind of just brings the deck here to a close. Thank y'all for joining me. Hope you enjoyed this little random look into another one of my somewhat kind of goofy decks. Hope y'all enjoyed, and see you in the next video. Peace.